Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be doing a live ladder push with Icebow 3.5 cycle, as you can see here, and I've had a lot of requests for Icebow on the channel recently actually, so I figured I'm pushing ladder anyways, might as well oblige and give you guys the content that you'd like to see. So we're going to be pushing. We are at about 7,100 trophies right now on ladder, so let's just get right into the matches. Found the first one against God, and yeah, so I'm not that good at Icebow, I'd say, but I did actually learn it about 2 years ago when I was grinding for my ×10 GC badge. So I have a bit of experience with it, and I did get my 10th GC with it, I believe. Let's go for a knight, because I play 3.0 Xbow. I think that's how I play in single anyways. I don't really like to leak. I think it's going to be similar with Icebow. Gonna rocket this baby dragon, and that could be kind of a huge overcommitment. In fact, it is. It's 6 for 4, plus I already committed a knight. But we'll see what he has. Okay, he has an ice wizard, so baby dragon barbell I was thinking could either be golem or Splashyard. It looks like it is going to be Splashyard with the ice wizard, and so I think I'm not really going to get punished for that rocket. If it was golem, I actually might have lost, but gonna get Tesla up high, and what this will do is it'll kind of just create a protective barrier on the map against whatever he wants to do. So if he wants the graveyard, it'll just be there, and I can even Xbow with it, and I'm technically... We're even on Elixir, but I have a Tesla up, so I'm technically just at an advantage right now. And he poisoned, so just going to let the Xbow die. I think I will kite the Valk and log, but against the bar barrel, I'm not going to overcommit. So if he didn't bar barrel there, I might have gotten a connection. So that's just kind of smart offense, as I like to say. You don't really overcommit to your Xbows, but you do still commit enough to the point where they do have to commit more themselves, if that makes sense. But yeah, in general, Icebow can't really break through with offensive Xbows super well without some big outplay. So I could maybe go for like a tornado to pull everything back or something like that, but I don't really have fast DPS in here. It's definitely more of a defensive deck. But this high Tesla is going to do the same trick as last time, where basically it just kind of sits there. I think it's the best play as compared to cycling a knight or anything else into the Tombstone, because it is more defensive, and I can just pull this baby dragon into the Tesla. It will get helped out, and it will get taken out there, so gonna log as well and get tower damage. I could have hit the Tombstone skeletons, but I feel like getting tower damage is worth more, because Knight's going to deal with all of that anyways. And now we're heading into double. I think the game plan is still just going to be going for Teslas here. And he goes for a poison and barbell. Those are two counters to the Xbow. Let's definitely Xbow here. Have my tornado ready, and he goes for a Tombstone instead. So if he went Valk, I might have naded it out of range, but since he goes Tombstone, I think we're just going to try and break through here. That's going to be a nice rocket, actually. It seems like a big commitment, but he nados back. Gonna catch the bar barrel with skeletons and log. When they bar barrel on the side like that, you can catch with skeletons, but it'll only catch for one hit, so you have to commit more, like a log or another troop against it, like I did just now if you want to maintain the lock, and that's a huge connection. I think it's very important in a matchup like this, where you can't really break through to get a connection like that. Now we're just gonna play some defense. Gonna try and activate King. Also, my Ice Wizard doesn't even kill the skeletons with its spawn. Unfortunately, it is level 13. I might actually have to upgrade that. But we do fail the activation. I have an underleveled tornado, but still, we can just defensive Xbow and anti-poison placement right here, and our game plan just pretty much going to be to cycle 2 rockets on tower. Let's block the Valk at the bridge. Okay, thought he was going to go for a graveyard there, so blocking the tank's always good, but still, it's fine. Gonna go skeletons and then Ice Wiz after the baby dragon locks onto Tesla, not before, because I don't want it to deal with the Ice Wizard and then lock on the tower. So very important timing there that I've learned against Graveyard. Let's chuck the first rocket here. Only going to be 2 rockets. 2 rockets definitely does 900 damage. I believe they do about 1,200 or so with a log as well. Let's Tesla up. Knight to protect the Tesla, since Tesla is going to be important against the Baby Dragon. Let's try and get the activation once again, because it would be very nice. And we do get it off. Not like it matters, because we basically won already, but he's laughing. He's not happy with us, but let's just give the good game and cycle the next rocket. So yeah, against Graveyard with Icebow, you have to outplay them like with a nice tornado, or you can activate King and just rocket cycle. I would say those are the 2 game plans with Icebow, but really nice win to start out the video. Let's keep it going. Alright, so getting right into the second match against Mew from Sword Dance, and I think let's just cycle skeletons. Off to a pretty good start. Nice win against Splashyard. Let's find out what he's going to be playing. This clan plays a lot of log bait, I believe. We do see a log. Let's go Ice Wizard. Didn't want to go Ice Wiz at the start. I think Skelly's is safer, but now I can. I really should upgrade my Ice Wizard as well, actually. We see a Valkyrie. I could rocket it, honestly. You saw my finger kind of hovered over the rocket, but that's definitely too much of an overcommitment early on. We do see a Fire Spirit as well, so Valk Fire Spirit. Not sure what it's going to be still, but okay, Queen as well. I think it could be Queenbow. Well, with Fire Spirit, it's probably going to be Hog Earthquake or Mortar Minor Cycle, I guess, because of the Fire Spirit. Xbow doesn't really play Fire Spirit, honestly. If it was like E-Spirit, I would say it's Xbow, but we do see a Minor as well. Let's go Skeletons. High Tesla is helping out against the Queen. I can go for a low Ice Wiz as well, and Tesla is actually pretty decent against the Queen after the nerf. Let's go Xbow as well, because we do have an Ice Wizard counter pushing. We do see Valk. Let's pull it back because he has nothing else good in hand right now. He doesn't have his Minor. He has to Fireball Log. Yeah, let's hover our Log right now for his Fire Spirit. Would be a huge play if we can pull it off. Looks like he's not even going to go for that. So, really nice connection, and that is a kind of play that you have to do against some decks with Icebow, with your offensive Xbows and the Tornado, and you can do it against Valkyrie, against Knight, against really anything that's going to tank, even against Golem, but I think it's really important against Mortar. Let's go Skelly's low, yeah, because I had a feeling he would predict in front, predicting my Tesla, so I'm going to have to just defend like this instead, then Tesla afterwards, which should take out the Queen and hopefully the Mortar as well. Yes, it does. Nice, so you have to be pretty patient against those Mortars. Even if it gets one hit, that's fine. And yeah, that play is huge because I think this is a pretty hard matchup. At least with 3.0, I really hate this matchup, so I think single elixir is very important. And doing a play like that is huge because getting that connection, I'm very happy with it now. I can really just defend and spell cycle. So let's defensive Xbow. I think I actually misplaced it, but I wanted to do it anti-fireball to my left side tower. Unfortunately, I think that Minor was actually in spell range, or in tornado range, but let's just rocket here. Goes for a Valk opposite, which is a good play, because if he goes in the left, I would just rocket it. But yeah, we are going to just be spell cycling, and I think usually you can't really spell cycle. Goes for a Mortar and Fireball. Let's Knight to protect against the Mortar. We want to keep our Xbow alive, even if it's low on HP, and that's going to be a lot of rocket value, so let's just take it. Hitting both the Rocket and the Queen, definitely worth it. And then I think I do have to Icebow against that. Let's log all of this, and let's not Knight against the Minor, because I think he's going to Mortar. Yeah, there it is. So we were not exactly very good on Elixir. So I think just going like that was good. And let's Rocket here. Going to be huge. Really nice value. So Mortar plus Queen is very threatening, but if we can get a nice Rocket and not miss it, that's going to be huge against that. And now he is slowly getting in range, and he's getting a bit desperate, as you can see, with these aggressive plays. Let's log back, and then Knight. Notice how I retargeted the Minor off the tower to prevent damage, and I think I will just defensive Xbow. This time I'm going to get the anti-fireball placement correct, and yeah, goes for Queen, predicting my offensive Xbow, but there's really no need to do that, especially when it's in the same lane that I want to go. Let's NATO back, and actually really good Tornado, because it let the Xbow lock onto the Mortar instead of the Valk. Although it does mean that we can't NATO this Minor, but let's just Ice Wiz and then Rocket, and he is going to be one Rocket away. So yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty nice win. I don't think I would have won this if I didn't get that nice single elixir connection, so that's going to be a huge outplay with Icebow that you have to remember. You just really have to apply it if you can. Let's Skeletons, and Archer Queen ability comes down, which is great, because it means the Xbow is going to retarget onto the Queen. Let's Ice Wiz too. And we can even just NATO this Minor up. If they go safe spot, you can just NATO the Minor upwards. You shouldn't always do that because it's a big commitment, but right now, just going to be a nice safe play to end the game and Rocket to finish it off. So yeah, I would say pretty difficult matchup. We were able to win in single, which is probably the main way you can win it. And yeah, pretty happy with that one. Alright, so moving on and looking for the third match of the day. Off to a really good start so far against two, I would say, not the easiest of matchups. I mean, Mortar's definitely not an easy matchup, I'd say, and Splashyard is probably slightly their matchup as well, although we were able to find some certain plays to win, which is really cool because Icebow does have that outplay potential. Let's cycle Skeletons into this next match against a Japanese player. Also gave him good luck. Sadly, he did not give it back, but let's just go for a log, and then I think let's Ice Wizard. I definitely think Ice Wizard is more expendable than the Knight. And we see a Lavahound, so unfortunately my cycle is kind of messed up. I think let's go Knight in the back. So I've been considering this for a while. I used to go Knight opposite to pressure, but I think Knight in the back is actually decent because it will defend against anything he does, as long as it's not a balloon. Like the Baby Dragon, as you can see. Let's actually rocket it as well, because I think that's going to be good value. He has a Flying Machine too, but as you can see, this is the value of cycling Knight in the back, where the Tesla just helps out. And he goes for a Minor, so let's go Skeletons. We are back to an Ice Wizard, which we can just use on the Flying Machine as it crosses over, so really nice defense. Also, by the way, I did max my Ice Wizard in between. Thankfully, it is maxed now, which should hopefully help with some interactions. But yeah, Icewiz gets some chip, and we are actually coming out ahead in that sequence, so I definitely think going for the Knight on defense is great. And okay, I was going to Xbow if he went Lava. Let's log the Tombstone, and I think now it's time to leak until he goes Lava in the back, and then we're going to go Xbow on offense. I think that's definitely going to be the play. Guards instead, let's go Knight. And if he goes for something else, I'll go for a Tesla, like maybe a Baby Dragon or Flying Machine. Because, yeah, there's absolutely no point Xbowing into that, so definitely just going to defensive Tesla. Helps out against the guards, too, and actually looks like he kind of messed up. Baby Dragon walks in front. Tesla is able to target it first, so really lucky for us. Let's go Skeletons in the back to maybe catch a Miner, then go Icewiz, and if he goes Flying Machine, I'm definitely just going to rock it, because it's going to be a huge problem for Icebow. Flying Machine is one of the worst counters, and I could actually have maybe Tornado that opposite, but I feel like Rocket is also fine. Wow, we see a mirror on the Flying Machine. Gonna snipe it with the Tesla, and then if he goes Miner in the back, we can activate King with the Tornado. Gonna be huge. Tesla cleans up, and Icewiz is getting off to some really good defense over there. And then I can go for an Xbow, supported by both the Tesla and the Ice Wizard. Should definitely be pretty potent. Not even gonna log the Tombstone, by the way. I think I'll log on the guards instead. Let's Icewiz to slow that down the Baby Dragon, and if he goes guards, I'm going to log them. But okay, he goes for pretty decent arrows. I think I will go for a Knight to tank against the Flying Machine, and I could have gone Tesla too, but I feel like I would have still had to cycle my Knight anyway, so it was fine. And I'm going to Xbow right now. Goes for Tombstone. I was hoping he would Lavahound. I was kind of predicting that. And let's Tesla right next to the Xbow right now. What this placement does is it's kind of a safe Tesla. Let's Icewiz NATO as well, by the way. And Xbow is on tower. That is huge. Icewiz is also cleaning up against the Flying Machine. And what that placement did was it targeted anything that locked onto the Xbow. Also, gonna Xbow right again. But yeah, that placement's really useful, I find. Don't use it too often, but definitely useful when I find the right timing. Gonna log this Miner out of Xbow range, and we do get another connection. That's gonna be wonderful, actually. Then let's go for a low Tesla. Don't want to go on to the side, because I do want to snipe this Baby Dragon first. Icewiz as well, just to help with defense, and then I will just rocket the Lava and the Flying Machine, and that is going to be a great defense. So he goes for a Flying Machine at the bridge, going to go Knight to block, and then I think I might have to Tornado all of this away. Well, okay, tower is on the Flying Machine. That is huge. Let's actually just go for a Tesla. And okay, I do take a bunch of damage, but I feel like the Tesla was better than Tornado. Okay, in hindsight, that was a ton of damage. Maybe a Tornado would have been better, but gonna Xbow, NATO the Flying Machine into the Tesla. That's definitely a play I made. Or rather, a play you can make. Xbow's on tower as well. Wonderful. Definitely a play you can make because it might even catch them off guard. We can't just finish off with a rocket. But yeah, I really like that play because if he goes like Lava in front, predicting that he would just kill the Xbow with the Flying Machine, that would definitely throw off his entire plan. But yeah, really great win against Lava with Flying Machine. Definitely not the easiest of matchups, and really happy with that because, again, Flying Machine is really problematic. There's no easy way to kill it with Icebow, and so I just kind of took out support troops first, played some nice Xbows, activated King early, and was able to walk away with the win. Alright, so looking for the next match, and we find it right away against CHN Sparky. Okay, this is going to be one of my friends. Actually, let's see if he wants to tie or play. Looks like he does want to play, so we'll give the good luck back. And he's probably going to be playing through Xbow Cycle. He is an Xbow player. Yep, we see the archers. So just going to log one of the archers, I think, and this should be... I'm not sure. This has been a highly debated matchup. Oh, he goes Xbow right away. Let's just rocket and then skeletons. And I actually need to improve on my rockets, and hit like the support. Like I missed that archer there. That is actually something I don't really think about when I play Icebow, especially in Xbow mirror matches, and I definitely actually should do that. But yeah, this is an interesting matchup, been debated quite a while on Twitter at least, and I feel like it is probably 3.0 Xbow's matchup by a bit. But with Knight in Icebow, I'm not sure, because Knight makes the cycle pretty decent. Just gonna NATO here, trying to cycle back to my rocket for his Xbow, and he goes for an Xbow now, so I think let's go for a Knight and then rocket, and let's make sure we hit the archer as well. Unfortunately, couldn't hit the Knight. One play that you can do to make sure you hit the Knight is just Knight at the bridge to hold it there, but that is also risky because the Knight will get damaged. But yeah, I think if Icebow has Valkyrie, this is definitely going to be 3.0 Xbow Cycle's matchup, but with Knight, I'm not sure. It's probably closer to even, maybe slightly in 3.0's favor, but again, I definitely think either side can win. Whoever plays better usually does end up winning. Let's just hover our defensive Xbow now. Okay, gonna go log first and then probably defensive Xbow, whatever he does next, because my rocket is too far out of cycle. Yeah, so actually just gonna defensive Xbow. Yep, he goes for an Xbow because 3.0 can definitely outcycle you as the Icebow player, so you do have to play very defensively in this matchup. Let's go for an Ice Whiz down low and then Skeletons as well just to stall, and this should be a decent defense. Let's log as well just to make sure we do clip the Xbow and don't take any Xbow damage. So yeah, it looks like we took one Xbow hit. That's totally fine actually, and he does give the well played, so yeah, pretty solid defense. And I think, yeah, again, this is just going to be a very defensive matchup from Icebow's side. Let's Tesla the Xbow, and it looks like okay, I think he's going to Fireball it. Yeah, he does. So, since he didn't respond, I had a feeling he wouldn't just let it die. He would late Fireball. That is definitely a good play by 3.0, but if the Icebow player is ready for it like I was, it's going to be fine. Let's just cycle back to our log, and yeah, you definitely don't want to let them catch you off guard with a play like that. You have to be prepared. And just preemptive defense of Xbow setting up for his one. Xbow is going to lock onto his. That's great. Knight's going to protect it as well. I think I can actually just rocket tower here because we do have a full health defensive Xbow alive. And I do need tower damage as well. I can't just really let him keep going in. So quite an aggressive rocket, but I feel like we were ahead in cycle. Just going to set up a predictive Tesla there in case he went Xbow. Is going to Xbow in the left now. So I think we're going to go for an Ice Whiz. Maybe try and cycle back to our rocket. Going to go Knight as well. And actually, I think we don't need to rocket because I think I can just Tesla instead. Okay, since he went for a Tesla, I think we have to Xbow. I don't want to rocket still because it's going to be too far out of our cycle for the next Xbow. So let's just NATO this. Sometimes you can NATO to try and get the Xbow to lock onto his Xbow. I mean, sometimes you can NATO his Knight back, but I'm not very good at that play. Let's just rocket, and we can take some damage in the left because that's our higher HP tower. Totally fine with that. And then Ashley just goes Skellies in the middle to take both the Archer and the Ice Spirit. Pretty nice Skelly split there. And then I am just going to be ready with my defensive Xbow preemptively. Again, you have to be proactive here. You can't just wait till 10 Elixir to play. You have to kind of preemptively do it. And so I think I'm going to Tesla now. Not Tesla to the side, Tesla with this lower placement so that he can't hit both with a Fireball. Or maybe he still can, I'm not sure. Looks like he hit the tower instead. Okay, that's fine. We are actually ahead right now, which is great, and we even have an underlevel Tornado, so actually doing pretty good. And again, preemptively, cycling back to my next defensive Xbow, he goes in. Let's just go for a Knight. And again, Tesla. Once his Knight locks on to my Knight, I'm going to Tesla, and then let's NATO these. Or let's log, actually, because log's better than NATO. I was going to go NATO since it was right away in cycle, but we can go for a Knight again, keeping my defensive Xbow alive. And his Xbow should definitely be dead. Goes for a defense Xbow. Let's just rocket it. Don't want to rocket the tower because he will definitely outcycle the rocket, and then I'll be kind of screwed. So I think we're just going to play it safe. And he Fireball cycles, so we're going to defensive Xbow and then rocket his tower on the next one. This is kind of how you want to play the matchup. You don't just want to rocket cycle out of nowhere. You want to rocket cycle in favorable situations. So right now I'm going to rocket because I have a full health, or almost full health Xbow alive. He goes for a Fireball, which is good because it's my higher HP tower. Just gonna Knight, and I predictive Tesla'd his Xbow on the left. Sadly, he goes in on the right, but we can just cycle back to our rocket. And we're not going to get back to another one, but we can just go for a NATO log, and I think that's going to do enough damage to put us above, even if he goes for yet another Fireball and log. Yeah, even with the log, it's not going to be enough, and we do get a rocket down. And we do win by just about 80 HP. So that was a really nice win against 3.0 Xbow Cycle in a nice Xbow Mirror matchup. So it is going to be a very close matchup. I definitely don't think it's anyone's hard counter, especially if I have Knight. But just because of the fact that it was very close at the end, shows it's kind of close. Then again, I also had a level 13 Tornado. If I had level 14, it would have been even less close. But yeah, that's going to be a really nice win. And that's going to put me at 7,200 trophies, which is top 2K in the world, top 1.7K there, which is really cool. And I think I'm going to end it there because I just pushed from 7.1K to 7.2K. Pretty simple, nice push without losing any, so really nice. And as you can see, Sparky here is a very good player. So really happy I was able to win against that very close match. But that's basically how you want to play the mirror match. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. A lot of you have been asking for Icebow gameplay, so hopefully it was nice. Also beat the Lava Flying Machine matchup there. But yeah, I guess I'm going to call it there. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope I was able to cater to everyone who wanted Icebow gameplay. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.